Hello, and welcome back to the Richard Talaferro podcast, where we take a look at career insights and give advice to career changers. If you've recently been laid off, or you're in the middle of a work transition that feels like the rug's been pulled out from under you, this episode is for you. I want to talk about something that happens to so many of us, but we are rarely prepared for it. What to do when your career path takes a sudden turn. When you get laid off, it can feel like the whole world just shrank. You stop seeing the coworkers who are part of your daily rhythm. You don't swing by your go-to lunch spot anymore. And those projects that you cared about, they're now suddenly out of your hands. A chapter of your life closed, often by a stiff email or a short, awkward call with HR. And now you're left thinking, what just happened? What now? Here's what I want you to know. As scary and disorienting as this moment is, you have more power and more possibility than you think. Let me offer a different way to look at this. What if your world didn't get smaller? What if, believe it or not, it actually got bigger? I know that sounds ridiculous right now, but stay with me here. Because what you just lost may have been a set of invisible shackles, the routines, the expectations, the pressure to stay in your lane. And now that those are off, there's space, breathing room, and freedom. Now, yes, this moment comes with a lot of fear. Of course it does. Worry, anxiety, doubt. That's all part of the package. And it can also come with opportunity, real opportunity. The key is learning how you harness it. So, how do you do that? Let's walk through 3 shifts that can help. One is don't go it alone. When you're laid off, it's tempting to retreat, to lick your wounds in silence. But isolation makes everything feel heavier. Instead, I want you to reach out. Send a text, check in with a former coworker or mentor, reconnect with people who see you, both professionally and personally. These conversations aren't about begging for help. They're about building momentum. And sometimes the right connection at the right time can remind you that you're not doing this alone. Second, widen your lens. Layoffs can actually give you a rare thing, space to explore. That backup plan you've kept on the shelf, this might be the time to dust it off. Always wanted to try freelancing? Curious about a certification or a class? Or maybe there's a creative calling you've long buried underneath your 9 to 5. This is your chance to try something. Not everything, but just something. Exploring doesn't have to mean abandoning your job search. It can happen alongside it. And that exploration might just give you clarity, confidence, and maybe even a new direction. And third, remember, this isn't the end. This moment you're in right now can be a turning point. Your next chapter might bring more purpose, more flexibility, or simply more alignment with what matters to you. You're not who you were at your last job, and that's a good thing. Because now you get to decide what success looks like on your terms. So let me leave you with this. Some of the days ahead will feel hard for you. Some applications will go unanswered. But if you keep showing up with curiosity, with grace, with connection, small wins can start stacking up for you. You'll gain momentum, and one day you'll look back and realize that this wasn't the moment your world got smaller. It was the moment it started expanding in ways you never imagined. So, thanks for listening today. And if this episode resonated with you, I'd love to hear your story. And hey, this week, be kind to yourself. You're doing better than you think you are. If you're searching for work that works for you, I invite you to go to richardtaliaferro.com and schedule a complimentary call with me, and let's talk about it. Thanks for listening, and talk to you next week.